Hello and welcome to, I say this every time, but a very special episode of We Remember with one of my absolute favorite Wii games, Muramasa, the Demon Blade. Answer the call of the Demon Blade, thirsting to draw and drink blood, witness the fate of those drawn to the Demon Blade. Now, there's technically cheating a little bit here because, as most may know, Muramasa, there's my girl, Momohime, what's up? Yeah. This also did come out on the Vitaya a few years ago with like an updated version that had neat DLC and stuff. I always wish Muramasa came out on like other consoles and things as well, but it does, sort of make the Wii version a little less special just because it was an exclusive console thing for at least a while in terms of home consoles. But I beat this when it came out. It was a long road, but I immensely enjoyed it. We're going to be taking a quick look at it, of course. This is almost LP poison, this game, just because it is really repetitive. You visit the same locales. The most beautiful locales ever committed to digital video gaming, I'd say. But still, though, a quick look is fine. I'm going to bounce between both characters really quickly. For anyone that just is cursed to not know this game, I guess it's Vanillaware's third game. They had that Grim Grimoire, then they had, of course, Odin Sphere. Then I believe this was their follow-up. There's George Kamatani. And then they would go on to make Dragon's Crown, of course. But we are playing Muramasa today. As already previously stated, you never want to press A and not look at these fucking cinemas. Alright, here we go. We're going to Muramasa it up. So here's your characters. Last screen. The story of Momohime, opening act, and the story of Kisuke. Kisuke? Oh, fucking so you can see that they start off with like a little bit different stats in terms of life flame, which is just their general HP. But what's cool about this game is that you can basically have two sort of save files, I think. It has been a little while, but you can see like how much time and money you have in Momohime's story and how much time you have in Kisuke's story. They share many of the same levels and bosses, but they do have levels and bosses that are very exclusive to them. A lot of them are hidden too. There was a boss in Momohime's I never found, which was the giant octopus that there was an illustration of, and the octopus was grabbing Momohime in his own archive style. Hey, let's start with Momohime. Pandemonium of the Demon Blade. So I'm going to just stay out the bat. One of the worst things about Muramasa is that its story is already like 3 or 4 games deep, and you start off on the 5th game. There's so much backstory that you meet characters, but they're new to you, but you have no fucking clue who they are, but everyone else in the game does, and they do a really poor job of explaining it. Now, you can only do so much in terms of localization, but they weren't able to do a great job. And the Vita version even got like brand new translations that didn't really want to help. I'm pretty good for the tutorial, honestly. So you can see that we're just Momohime. It's just Momohime. Hi. So what the fuck's happening? I don't know. So let's go over here. You're knocked back by a bear. You need a more powerful demon blade to destroy this. So there is kind of a Metroidvania sort of aspect to this game where you basically just need more powerful swords, which you can forge. I think you get some as rewards for defeating bosses, but I'm kind of foggy on that. So I can't go down here until I have a much more powerful sword. It usually tells you when you can. Oh, I have one that can destroy red barriers. Yay! And here's where you just equip all your swords, and it tells you all the stats for when you have multiple. Because I think there's like 100 swords in the game, and each of them have different special moves associated with them that drain your meters for each sword as well. So there's a lot of sword management. It's basically the name of the game. At the end of the day, this is kind of like a side-scrolling beat 'em up action thing, and that's all it really is. There's not really platforming per se. I mean, there's a little bit, but basically all you do is really kill enemies. So it makes sword management its real sort of, I wouldn't say gimmick, because it's more than that. It's the entire game. It's just finding which sword you love, upgrading it, and going through like kind of the sword skill tree, which we'll see later. And if you, it's a little like Smash for anyone that doesn't know this game. If you press up with an attack, you kind of do an uppercut. Then if you press down, you like slash right into people. The game's really a lot about juggling. You can also do a cool move there where if you hold the attack button down, just like press left and right on the D-pad, she zips like fucking Spider Momohime. It's awesome. Also, spread throughout the levels are kind of hidden things. Do you see that? You see it's hard to see, but that perpetual sun in that branch over there, so that we can pick up. Usually they're always like health items or whatever. You can see I have a bamboo flask. That's the item I currently have. To sort of guide you through the game, there's kind of a map system, which fortunately you can turn off altogether. But you just hit a button, and it shows this kind of truncated view of all the different rooms. You said it has that little package in there. That always lets you know that there's an item somewhere hidden. And that little green dot, that's me. Hello. I jumped up a bit. And you can expand it to show much more of the map. It's kind of really obtrusive, but you can just sort of play like this. But I mean, it kind of obscures the gorgeous art and all that, so that's kind of, I don't really want to do that. So you can just bring it up whenever you think you're lost. So right now you can see that there's actually no exit of this stage at the bottom level. So it kind of behooves oneself to check it occasionally if you think you're feeling lost and like, oh, it's all the way up here. Okay. And sometimes there'll just be no enemies at all. You'll just wander into a stage. They're kind of random battles. I'm not sure if they're actually random or every room will always be destined to be a battle, but for the most part, it seems like they're random. And I guess they're like that because you actually have to backtrack quite a bit. Remember, oh, there you go. So yeah, not really random. They just kind of appeared. But I can show the other aspect of the combat, which is whenever you switch out swords, you get this automatic, like, screen clear almost. It damages all enemies on screen, and it can kill, depending on when you actually unleash it. And you can unleash it with every new sword you haven't already drawn? Fuck. Every time you cycle through your swords, you'll get a new one of those, I believe. Maybe it's just one per battle. It has been a while since I played this, but I'm already getting waves of 8-year-old nostalgia because, man, I sunk time into this. I beat both stories too on the Wii version. And I did play the Vita version, which is a really good one too, and it has some DLC characters. Some of those DLC characters I wasn't really a fan of. They played really differently, which is good, but I was just like, they're okay. I'm playing this with the classic controller, which I always liked on the Wii, the Classic Controller Pro, actually, the one that they had to make to force the Monster Hunter team to do less work. So there's that. Let's go inside. You can always meet the NPCs along the way, which we probably will very soon. We're going to enter a village relatively soon. But here's just usually an item or two. Bamboo flask. And sometimes you'll meet a character and they'll be like, hey, what's up? They won't really have much to say. And while all the voice acting is in Japanese, which I think makes the game feel more authentic, given the scenario that we're in. Oh shit, I hate these guys. So this is kind of a special enemy type where if you kill all of them on screen, usually with switching the sword, there's one more! Fucking the woolies! I hate those woolies! If you manage to kill all of them, you get like a little bonus XP or something. It's just like a fun enemy type to keep things, things on your toes, to keep you on your toes. And it's kind of fun because they barely really attack you, but you never know when they're coming. Hate those woolies. Big soul! Large souls for big girls. I love it. I don't... That's basically a currency, though. Getting all those souls is what lets you, or one of the components that helps you forge souls. Forge swords later. I need souls to forge swords later. I need souls to forge swords later. God. Let's check the map real quick. We can see that the flag. Can we scroll that way? I don't think we can. It's basically, it'll only show the amount of screen space that we have screen space for. So once we get close to that that flag, I guess, which means boss usually, We're gonna get there and see what's up. So let's check it again real quick. Yeah, we at least have another screen or two to go. I believe we're coming up to that little village. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Let's see if anyone's around. I think everyone's dead. That's cool. I didn't want to talk to anyone anyway. Shown via that candle. I barely ever really look at the candle. It's nice to have a little, like, cutesy art representation of it, but they probably put that number in there because, like, fucking people don't want to look at the candle. There's that fucking fighting game Battle Monsters where all your health was denoted by a fucking candle burning down. Like, A for, like, creativity, but B for, well, F for functionality on that. And, like, the combat, since you do so much of it, they had to nail it. And it does feel fucking awesome. You do feel like it's almost like a 2D side-scrolling, like, Muso game, which is probably a pretty apt description of it, because you're just... Most of the enemies, save for bosses, you're just fucking destroying. Look at this Odin Sphere homage. Look at that shit. Is this the underworld? I don't know, Momohime. So Momohime seems a little weird now. It's not what you probably expected from that fierce warrior girl we were just playing as. Thought it got ripped apart, but I don't have any wounds or injuries. How odd, though. Look at this pose. I remember Jinoko was being attacked. I tried saving him, but I would have loved to have seen that in a cutscene or something. I wonder where I am. What is this place? I better find someone to talk to. So now we have talking time, which is basically you just walk around and talk to all these fucking jokers. Look at this asshole. They just spin around trying to be cool. You're not impressing nothing. Proceed? Sure. Where? I don't know. Let's do it. This feels like a dream, Snake Eater. I can see my body, but something is strange. What happened? Look at her little soul. Now, fortunately, she does get a cool, badass lady voice whenever she's Jinkuro, or Momohime's body possessed by Jinkuro. So she wanted to possess the cool samurai dude, but somehow Momohime interfered. So now you will do as I command, I guess. Oh, look, Cyclops. Like X-Men Cyclops, so looks like him. He's a blue monk. I'd hate to see the red monk. I'll have my revenge on you, Jinkuro, even if it means I end up in hell. Okay. Let's take care of that. So usually with big bosses like this, especially the first couple that are very stationary and slow, yes, nice man. You can really do pretty well by just all you have to do is oh fuck. This sword right here has a special move where I just zip around to the other side and instantly attack. It's kind of just like a cross-up sword. It's really good for this guy, as you can see, but I will run out of magic for the sword eventually. I don't know what he's doing. He's shitting. What's he doing? I don't like this. So now I think we're on his last full health bar. If you don't like boss fights that are sword sponges like this, that just take shitloads and shitloads of damage, because I will say that the boss fights of the game, while they're spectacular in terms of the designs of them and everything, they are pretty repetitive. And there you go. Did pretty good, I think. You don't really get a ranking per se. Fortune Strike, quick draw finish. That's the way I was able to kill him. So, and I got a boss list. That's cool. Oh no! Where did I leave that fucking girl soul? This always happens. Gotta get it back. This body could die if any harm comes to her soul. So that's kind of why Jinkuro and her even like have a sort of a symbiosis together, where he can't really let anything happen to her, but she needs him to get to where she's going, because there's bandits everywhere. I should pursue them now, but Kongiku is late. It is past the agreed time. What time is that? Is it the Kongiku time? Because that's gonna be a good fucking time. Yeah! If anyone saw my Bishoujo figure video, they'll know Kongiku. I always forget you're not human. It's about time you arrive, Kongiku. Drive just in time. It's Boobs McFox. Let's talk to these foxes that are just as equally sexy. Oh, those demon blades, dude. I really don't think you should. They cause the absolute bloodlust. With a Boro style, I can control such a weapon without being controlled. Shut up, Fox. So here's the justification for how the swords just repair themselves. After you've slashy-washed with them a whole bunch, they'll just soak up the blood when I've sheathed them, and the blood will just repair the sword and make metal. It's true that there's iron in blood, but it's also, that's not true, in the sense that it can't repair fucking metal. I have to go now. Japan needs me. While I was waiting for you, a struggle has started over at the graveyard. A monk named Rankai interrupted my possession of this body and took off with Momohime's soul. I'm going to Edo through Hakone. Find him. If Momohime's soul is harmed, I will die. I will not let that happen. Believe it. And this game was, on the Wii at least, it was published by Ignition Entertainment, which also published Deadly Premonition, if you guys remember. Shane Bettenhausen of the 1-Up days was head of fucking Ignition at that time, I think. And he made a big to-do about the painstaking lengths they did to localize this game. And like I've already said, the localization, I feel, is almost probably too accurate to... I think it could have used a little bit of, I don't know, clarification on a lot of things, like I said before. Story of Kisuke opening act. Let's do it. It's the ninja scroll of the demon blade. A lot of talk. A lot of groundswell about this demon blade. Muramasa, the demon blade controls tutorial. You'll explain how to control your character. Do you want the tutorial? Absolutely not. Fuck off my dick. So you can see Kisuke starts off with a completely different sword set than Momohime did. He has 2 Flame, Cyclone, and Night Glow. They sound like fucking awesome G.I. Joes or like rappers. It's pretty fun to already start off with different sword sets. So like if you did finish one story, you're like, well, let's try the other one. You're like, oh cool, new swords to just start off with. Because you wouldn't really want to have the same sword path that Momohime did. You can see already that while that was very much a starting area that Momohime was in, this is where Kisuke gets a little bit of difference in his campaign, is that he starts off in a different region altogether. Let's see if we have the names. Yeah, Yamashiro. That's different than where we were before, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Samurais. Okay, yeah. The little dragonflies zipping around, if you can see them there. The attention to detail in the backgrounds is just outstanding. I think overall it's better than Odin Sphere, even though Odin Sphere is still a looker, especially the HD re-release. But I'm still shocked that Muramasa didn't get an HD re-release on consoles yet. It still could be in the cards, why not? I mean, the game is younger than Odin Sphere was, so, I could definitely see Vanillaware doing it eventually. Just port the Vita version. Why not? Why hasn't Atlas done it? Atlas released Odin Sphere. Maybe the rights for Muramasa are kind of all over the shop. I don't know. So he has some asshole ninjas throwing bombs. These are sections that appear quite often, I find, and the bombs are really annoying for the most part. Just the stage design in general, ninjas are all over it, and you just kind of have to find where they are, which is actually... It does break it up a little bit because it forces you to explore the level a little bit more to find where that last guy is, because you can't just leave a screen when there's a bad guy still alive. Even if there's one left, gotta kill it. Sometimes in later stages, you'll find ghosts and shit. There's these ghostly broads that are just going and they're really annoying. You can only attack them by hitting the projectiles back, and it just takes forever. One of my least favorite enemy types, but I mean, they're ghosts, so they're still kind of cool. It's chat time. Kisuke, if you manage to escape, I'll track you down for as long as I live, says Ninja. I will show you real ultimate power. And this ninja says, you betrayed us. You know the penalty for leaving. The ninja code spares no one. I don't know, Kisuke doesn't look very ninja-y in the sense that, he has no mask and has gigantic skulls hanging off his ass, which, really shows really stands out in the crowd. Betrayed? Why do you say that? I don't remember anything. Like previously stated, amnesia. Talk to other characters. Hey, you want to kill me, huh? One foolish movement will cut you down. Don't even think about escape. Our master has sent ninja from every province to find you. That's fun. And then scary demon-looking ninja says, I'm surprised you could kill so many of us. You don't look like much, what with you looking like you're 9. Are there other ninja from Skull Valley? Oh god, I wish I could move there. Wow, all this for me. Tell us who your boss is and we'll kill you quickly. Otherwise, enjoy a slow and painful death. I will. I can't remember any of you guys. What is your names? We told you it doesn't matter what your names are. So you won't give us an answer easily, huh? You're obviously a ninja. Very, very obvious. So who we find? I kind of forget who the boss is. I think it's just one gigantic ninja. I've lost my memory, but you don't believe me, do you? I've got to find out what happened. Look at this background. If you're forcing me to fight, then I'm ready. Let's start piling up the bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Oh, fuck. It's Kurozaru. I'm Kurozaru, the Skull Valley Ozaru ninja. Here, take this pinwheel shuriken. Told you, this is big corpulent ninja. Usually when you do the move, you're fucking like invincible. All right, he lost one of his pinwheel shuriken. The two-flame sword, not really a fan of it. What does it actually do? Yeah, it just shoots little flames out in a 2-hit combo. It's not amazing. Fuck. Yeah! Get fucked, sir. All in a day's Kisuke. All in a day's Kisuke. I fucking won. With this demon blade, you can destroy the red berries. Fantastic. Shrine area. If you thought that sexy fox girls are over, you're fucking stupid. I watched an entire battle. I have a need for someone with your skills. Sploosh! You can't really see from her sprite art here, but Yuzuru has that ass, though. So we accept our request, then? You turned into a pretty lady just for this. I might as well just listen to what you have to say. I guess I gotta. You can use this blade in any way that you see fit, but it will require any of the souls that it collects. The flames of the soul's wrath will burn into the steel and allow new blades to be forged. Sure. The weapons known as demon blades could not be made without this special fire. I need to figure out who the fuck I am. Maybe I'll go to that Skull Valley? Yes, absolutely big yes. Just when I was worrying about taking on an enemy base alone. I love taking down the enemy base. I get a Muramasa. If you're trying to trick me, I agree. As long as it's a real Muramasa, not those fake fucking ones. March into the ninja base and learn about your past, please. Hey guys, do you know anything about my past? We're gonna kill you. Oh, this is probably the wrong place to go to learn about my past. Why don't we go together? It's taking so long. So yeah, while you can fast travel to different provinces, you can't just go to the end of a map already. You do always have to walk your way through it. And there's always at least something to collect or, a fight or two to happen. But, I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of wandering through screens that are empty, which if you really like the art style, I guess is not necessarily a bad thing. There we have Yamashiro. Go down here because there's always fucking souls around here sometimes. Hopefully. Please let me be right that there's souls down here. I'm gonna look like a fool. Fuck, I'm a fool. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this fucking level. Hey, go outside. There's people hanging out. Let's see. No one in here. That's fine. And there's cats here too. I forgot. There's little kitties everywhere. Where are they? Anyone in here? No one. Everything's empty. No one wants to party with Kisuke. Let me out. He's right outside the door. Look at. I'm missing him. Go. There he is! Look at him, it's like a calico! It's like a little elu! Widow, wee woo! So that was a quick look at Muramasa the Demon Blade. Really enjoy this game. It has a few flaws, but they're more I don't know, they're more subjective to what people find really fun and interesting. If you like good art and animation, there's no problem with this game, really. But like I outlined already, there's a lot of wandering around. There's a lot of kind of just, aimlessly going from point A to point B, sort of, just trying to get the next bit of story or the boss. But it's a game that I really enjoy. You can certainly still get it on a Wii or a Vita too. Hopefully there's an HD version going to be released soon on consoles, or announced at least. But it's one of my absolute favorites on the Wii library. It's one of those games I kind of championed for a long time, so I'm really happy I could show it to you guys today on We Remember. If you guys know of any other Wii games you'd like me to take a look at that you think are kind of hidden gems or just things that you personally really enjoy, hit me up in the comments or at McMuscles@gmail.com. See you guys next time!